En el año de 1999, cerca de la isla Macros en el Pacífico Sur, sucedió en el cielo un extraño fenómeno que alteró el curso de la historia de la humanidad. Una gigantesca nave espacial extraterrestre irrumpió súbitamente a través del hiperespacio, llevando un curso de colisión contra la Tierra. Durante su incontrolable caída desde el espacio, la pesada fortaleza espacial produjo ondas de choque de increíble magnitud. La nave medía más de 1 kilómetro de longitud y no había señales de vida en su interior. El casco había sido la parte más dañada, dejando a la mayor parte de los sofisticados tecnosistemas intactos. Lo que quedó de la gigantesca fortaleza de combate daba evidencia de una civilización que estaba a años luz de adelanto al conocimiento más vanguardista de la Tierra. Una guerra global sacudía a la Tierra. Pero aún esta devastación palidecía ante la amenaza de una invasión proveniente del espacio exterior. Se ordenó un cese al fuego y los líderes mundiales se unieron para formar un gobierno mundial unido. Una guerra global sacudía a la Tierra, pero aún esta devastación palidecía ante la amenaza de una invasión proveniente del espacio exterior. Se ordenó un cese al fuego y los líderes mundiales se unieron para formar un gobierno mundial unido. Una guerra global sacudía a la Tierra, pero aún esta devastación palidecía ante la amenaza de una invasión proveniente del espacio exterior. Se ordenó un cese al fuego y los líderes mundiales se unieron para formar un gobierno mundial unido.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. But I've often wondered, what if all of us in the world discovered that we were threatened by a power from outer space, from another planet? Wouldn't we all of a sudden find that we didn't have any differences between us at all? We were all human beings, citizens of the world, and wouldn't we come together to fight that particular threat?
But if we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. If we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. If we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope that it's not like Independence Day.
Yeah, right.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right. You're right.
Think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right. You're right.
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours.
But over the years, I've done a lot of research. And what I've discovered is there's no proof existing anywhere that extraterrestrials are real, or that have ever visited this planet, or that they exist anywhere in the universe. There is not one shred of evidence anywhere. There is lots of evidence, tons of it in fact, that there are a group of people collectively known as the Illuminati who want us to believe in some extraterrestrial threat from space so that they can cause a world government, bringing together of all the people to resist that external threat. The first time that I saw any reference to that, I was reading some papers from the Carnegie Endowment Fund, and there was a record of a speech. It was a dinner for Viscount Ishii of the Japanese delegation, the Japanese imperial delegation, in 1917. And John Dewey was one of the speakers. And the first sentence out of his mouth, as I was reading this, I almost fell out of my chair, because this was in 1917, and he said the best way to cause all the people of the world to come together in one world government and end war forever would be if we were attacked by some other species from some other planet. And boy, that just clicked with me, and I knew that that this is just another scam. This is the age of deception. There's no doubt about it. And then 8 times during Reagan's administration, he inserted almost the exact same phrase into 8 of his speeches. And it's a scam. That's what I can tell you. What they call UFOs, these craft that fly around in the sky, are real. But they're not piloted by some little green guy from some other planet.